Welcome, this is the Teach Back for Street Outreach training video. My name is Barbara Boylan, and let's get started. Street outreach for various issues can be really successful using Teach Back. Teach Back is when you give information to someone in a non-shaming way and then ask them to repeat it back in their own words, which is when you know if you taught it right. Teach Back is not a test of the person getting the information, but of how well you explained it. It lets you know right away whether they got it, and if they didn't, you reteach it, again, in a non-shaming way. Here's how it works. Chunk and check. Chunk a bit of information, then check to see what they know. Then chunk and check more information. Don't give them everything at once. Use a caring, interested tone of voice and attitude. Meet people where they are. This is street outreach. You're walking up to them and into their space. Use plain language, short statements, and slow down if needed. Use handouts, photos, props. We did a great job of this in the video, as you'll see coming up. Relax, be sincere, keep your focus, and when possible, have fun. In 2012, we used Teach Back to educate about the syphilis epidemic in our county and provide testing for syphilis on a mobile unit. The approach was really effective in many ways, and here's how. People understood the messages. We were pretty successful, as you can see by these stats, in getting a lot of people tested. We caught a pretty high positivity rate for syphilis, and we had about 350 people do education in the street. But what was really cool was during the outreach, people who were given the Teach Back would teach back to others, and then they would show up at the van wanting to get tested or to ask questions. And that's when we knew this was really working. In 2014, I approached people in the streets and asked them if I could film them while providing a Teach Back, which is what you're going to see. Each teaching segment was filmed minutes after meeting people in these videos. And I'm telling you that because I think this is a really easy approach and people are really open to getting information. When you start, you have to prep your points and how you're going to deliver. So what we were wanting to deliver in the video that you're going to see coming up is: what is syphilis? What are the symptoms? What's the treatment? What happens if you don't get treated? What's the prevention? And most importantly, can you help us spread the word about this epidemic in our county? Here's your teaching tool. While you're watching, look for the following and note what you saw. How much did I chunk and check? How often was it done? Was my voice and attitude respectful? Was the language plain? Short statements? Were there handouts and props and photos? So use this checklist while you watch this upcoming video, and then you can break it down afterwards. Thanks!
Hi, we're here to talk about syphilis today. Do you know anything about it? What do you know?
Ain't that a sexually transmitted disease?
Sexually transmitted disease. You know anything?
I forgot.
What's that?
I forgot.
Okay, but that's right. You get it from having sex. So, and it is a sexually transmitted disease. So, in Hamilton County, Cincinnati, we're in the top 3 in the country for having syphilis with people between 14 and 30. And we're number 1 in Ohio, okay?
Yes.
Last year, there were 9 babies born with it here. You should never have 1, so that's a big deal. Everybody in the country is looking at us for that.
Yes.
So if you could tell somebody about syphilis in Hamilton County, Cincinnati, what would you tell them?
Wrap it up.
Yeah?
Wrap
What
it
else
up.
about what I just told you?
Oh, don't have sex.
Yeah, but what else about what's happening here in Cincinnati, Hamilton County?
Number 1.
Number
Yeah,
one?
number 1.
Okay, and what about babies?
9 babies.
Yeah,
Okay,
non-babies.
let people know that should not be happening, okay? All right, so here's the thing. To know you have syphilis, you have to take a blood test, and then if you have it, you get a penicillin shot, and that's it, you're done. It's over with, okay? You got rid of it. So make sure that you know people about that. That's the only way you're going to know, though, okay? All right. So first thing that happens with syphilis is that some sores come up. So if you have sex with somebody with syphilis and you don't know it, a couple weeks later, some sores could start coming up, but they're painless, okay? That's real important. Could be in your mouth, or could be anywhere where you wear boxer shorts, like around this area, even up the butt, even up the vagina. But because it's painless, right? So if it's up somewhere and you've been having booty sex or mouth sex or any kind of sex, you might not know it, right?
Yes.
So you got a sore and you can't feel it, you're not really paying much attention, okay? So if you're going to tell somebody about syphilis, how it first could appear, what would you say?
They won't know how. They won't know.
They won't know because
it's
why?
painless.
Painless what?
It's a painless feeling. Like you just know it's sore, just gonna come up, but
Okay.
it's painless.
Okay, you might see it, but it's sore. Can I show you some pictures?
Yes.
Okay. You okay with it? You don't want to? I can just show him. You don't want to see?
I seen pictures enough since the
Okay. All right. So that's a syphilis sore.
Ah.
Okay. All right.
Oh my God.
All right. So he would see that, right?
Yeah, he
but
would
if it's
see that.
painless, he's probably like, I hope that goes away. Okay. So here's this guy's sore, right? And so he sees that. She may or may not see that unless she's looking, right?
Yeah.
But here's the ones that are important. Let's see. Well, they're all important. But, okay, so here, that's by her butt. So if she's not looking there, she's not going to see it. Same with this butt, and then patchy stuff in the mouth.
Yes.
We might think that's something else. They call it the pretender because they think it's something else, okay? So you might see it's painless, so it goes away. Then what happens is, within weeks, a month or two, you might start feeling like you got the flu and a rash shows up anywhere on your body, okay? So let me show you this if it's okay. It's not as bad as the sores. So this rash looks like this, or it could be this. These are syphilis rashes.
That comes from if you don't treat it.
If it's untreated, that's exactly right. This could look like a heat rash to me. So again, the pretender. So somebody sees this, it's not going to itch or anything, and they're like, and they miss the sore. They don't know these things, right? Did you know this stuff?
No.
What would you tell somebody about after the sore goes away? What happens next?
What happens next after the sores go away? Oh, a rash come up.
Rash shows up where?
Anywhere on your body.
Anywhere in your body, okay? Guess what? Rash goes away after that, okay?
Yes.
After the rash goes away, nothing else comes up in your body. So if you don't get tested and get that penicillin shot, do you still have syphilis?
Yes.
Yes, you do. It's still in your body.
And then what is going to redo it all over again?
Well, nope, nothing else comes back again. You did those first and second things. It's in you. If you don't get tested or get treated, years later, starts working on your brain, on your heart, and it could kill you. Okay? And with women, if it's in them and they have babies, guess what? That's how they pass it on. So everybody that has a baby gets tested for syphilis.
Okay.
That's just automatic, but some people miss it because the doctor doesn't do it or they miss their appointments. You got to tell pregnant women that they got to get this. Okay? What do you think the message is to your friends about syphilis in Cincinnati, Hamilton County?
Y'all need to wrap it up.
Wrap-
And if y'all feel any type of pain, get it checked out.
But you won't feel no pain.
Ah,
What do you say
okay.
if you get a sore, right?
Yeah,
If
but
you
it's a
want-
what kind of sore?
Painless.
Oh, you said painless.
Yeah,
painless
okay.
sore.
But be looking for sores.
Yeah, be
but you
looking.
know what? Guess what? Since it's maybe you miss it, you need to wrap it up and get what?
Checked out anyway.
Tested. Okay? All right. I appreciate it if you tell other people because, see, we all don't know this stuff. It's not like we would, so we have to tell people.
Okay.
And it's between 14 and 30-year-olds. It's really hitting hard in the city.
Okay.
Okay? Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay.
Please feel free to use this video to train on this method. I hope it was useful. You can also contact me for coaching and training in the classroom, office, or on the street. It's my volunteer effort and I'm happy to help. Great resources coming up on the Teach Back method, the people who invented it, and my contact information will follow. Thank you.